2, 1. This is ESPR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by former MMA fighter and now pundit Dan Hardy. Dan, appreciate your time today. I know you've done a lot of these sort of interviews. We're at the Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou press conference ahead of March the 8th. How are the excitement levels, Dan, compared to the Tyson Fury-Francis Ngannou fight back in October? How does this compare to that?
I'm more excited for this, to be honest. I was excited for Ngannou to get the opportunity against Fury, and I thought that we were going to get 3 or 4 rounds where it was going to be fun before Fury started to take over and Ngannou started to look tired. But now I've seen that performance against Fury, and I'm like, hang on a minute. He can do 10 rounds. He can stand like a boxer. He can maintain his composure. Wasn't biting on any of the feints that Fury was trying to draw him out with. I'm more excited for this now because I feel like he has a legitimate chance at winning this fight. I felt like he had a very, very small chance against Fury. I feel like he's got a fairly substantial chance in this one, even though it is, a lesser chance than AJ. I feel a lot more confident for Ngannou in this one.
Roll on March the 8th. People have debated in this country for a while who's the biggest star, Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. I'm not saying this kind of answers the question, but do you think on March the 8th it's a bigger fight than the Fury and Ngannou fight, would you say?
I think it is. I mean, I was looking around the room because obviously I'm thinking back to the Fury fight, and Fury's a massive personality. He's very good at commanding a space and entertaining people. But I think there are more people here for this one. And I don't know whether it's because it's Ngannou's second fight and so now there's a bit more intrigue around him. But I think people are looking at this fight and thinking, this is a fight that's worth tuning in for, worth tuning in to watch. And I didn't get the same feeling from a lot of people for the Fury fight. It was almost like, well, we'll watch it because we know what's going to happen. But now there's general intrigue around this one.
Bit of a random one. As we know, this fight, it's on a Friday night. Saudi Grand Prix on the Saturday. I'm not saying kind of it takes anything away from the event, but do you think it takes a little bit of sparkle away? Do you think you'll get kind of less casual fans tuning in just because it's not on that Saturday night and that's when they're used to watching big-time boxing?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm not sure. I mean, I always used to go to a lot of fight shows on Friday nights. A lot of Muay Thai shows were on Fridays and kickboxing. So, I don't know. I like a Friday night show. I don't mind it at all. And I think, the fact that it's a part of Riyadh season and there are so many events going on. I mean, especially to be in Saudi Arabia and be a part of Riyadh season, it's just one thing after the next. What a place to be at the moment. All the entertainment is coming right to your doorstep. I think it's going to be a very exciting night, and I don't think Saturday is going to make a difference to it. No.
Brilliant. I'm a big fan of Friday night boxing myself, but it's usually at your call, and this is a little bit different. I just want to ask on the fight itself. Obviously, everyone here is really looking forward to it. If Joshua is to win, what do you think is more likely, for him to knock Francis Ngannou out or for him to win on points? We've seen Francis Ngannou; he's a very durable man. Joshua's obviously gone the distance a few times in his career now, whether it be wins or losses. What do you think is more likely? And that's not me assuming Joshua's going to win.
Yeah, no, I mean, most likely is going to be a decision. I think in order to knock Ngannou out, you're going to have to get him very, very tired. And I don't know how feasible that is over 10 rounds when you're not starting particularly fast, right? Like Fury didn't start very fast, and Ngannou was able to warm into that fight nice and comfortably, even to the point where he surprised himself that, I've got gas for 10 rounds, right? One thing I will say, though, is because he's got that confidence, he might start this fight a bit quicker. He might pick up his pace a bit because now he's like, I can do 10 rounds, I know it. So then we might see a bit more fatigue in the later rounds, just purely self-inflicted because he wants to be working more because he feels like he can. But for me, AJ's got to make Ngannou work. To get him tired, he's got to make him work. He's got to be on him with his jab, constantly peppering him and forcing Ngannou to be readjusting and moving. And if he can get him fatigued, then absolutely I feel like there's a potential finish there. But I feel like if AJ wins, it's going to be on points. And I think we're still going to get Ngannou taking a few of the rounds.
No, fantastic. Just final question from me, Dan. Interested to get your thoughts on the future of boxing in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, this is a big heavyweight fight. Back in October, we had a big heavyweight fight. Got another big heavyweight fight happening in, I think, it's less than 5 weeks' time now between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Do you think that we're going to see kind of non-heavyweight big fights in the next couple of years in Saudi? Do you think they want to venture out and get the likes of, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis over there? Obviously, we've heard a bit on Beterbiev, but do you think the future in Saudi is the big heavyweight fights, or do you think they're going to kind of venture out to the smaller weights?
No, I think we'll get some lighter weights as well. I mean, I always think that the heavyweight fights are going to be the ones that they kind of break the ice. You know what I mean? The big shows, the heavyweights, they draw a lot of attention. But at the same time, I like the idea of Eddie Hearn against Frank Warren, putting teams together, across weight classes. I think that would be really, really fascinating. And with the money that these guys have got, and with the love and the interest they've got in combat sports, they could change the rules every week if they want. I think we're going to get some really, really big fights, and I think it's going to be across weight classes.